Welcome, guys, to We Don't Know Ball with our Transformer over here, Justin being Bumblebee for the fucking week. So today, guys, we are talking about football this past week. Going to talk about a little bit about some injury bugs and some of the games that happened this past week. My Seattle team is definitely on some fraud watches for some people. I guarantee that will be brought up in some point in this podcast. I've already prepared myself for it. But what up, guys? This is Jules, Retro being back from being sick, you fraud, and Justin being here as always. So, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, P4, you look a little different, dude.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So again, we've missed like 3 times because you've been sick, but God forbid.
Again, I'll say this right now. All I heard was, if I'm not available, the show can't go on. We find replacements for you.
Oh my good lord.
Calm down, Molly. It's not that serious. We can get another OF model. We can get another OF model to stand in for you. I promise.
You're Pablo. What? Pablo Bargiani. You're him. You're like the glue guy.
Pablo Pregoni. Is that what you were going for?
That guy. Yeah, that guy. And Jules is like LeBron. I'm like KD. You're like Draymond.
That's crazy. So he's the most valuable person here because we can't get off because Draymond is the playmaker, the defender, the defensive player. Oh, look. See, Justin, you see how I just skewed that in? I helped you out.
I'm well aware. Retro, you just further claim that I'm the glue guy.
Yeah, you're the glue guy. And we're the superstars.
Yeah, you're the superstar on the 0-82 Charlotte Hornets. You're the superstar on the 0-17 Carolina Panthers. You're the superstar. You are the definition of garbage time. You are the reason Russell Westbrook had a triple-double in his MVP season.
You know what they call me? They call me Cam Newton, Superman. That's what they call
you RG3 because it doesn't matter how good you are, your knees will kill you in the end.
That's a love.
Speaking of, I want to get into this. I just read you guys this stat fucking off air. There have been 30 ACL tears this year. 30. The highest we've ever seen is 63 in 2013. The fact that 30 is a lower trending number, but let me just read you the notable ACL tears. As of this weekend, Patrick McCormick, the fuckface, the fraud, tore his ACL. Sorry, Patrick. You weren't good anyway, so this is actually probably the highlight of your season is that you don't have to play 3 more games.
Oh my fuck.
Green Bay fans, I'm so sorry. I'm actually apologetic and sympathizing with Green Bay fans this week. Not only do you lose your number 1 target earlier this year in Tucker Kraft to an ACL, you lose the floor raiser in Micah Parsons that actually made your defense top 5.
You know what?
I cannot believe this.
I will be the guy to say it. Chiefs fans, I am sorry and I feel for you. I understand that it probably sucks. It 100% sucks to lose your franchise guy. I know I lost mine this season for quite a few games this year. I get it, and I'm sure an ACL tear is even worse.
It was really sad for Commanders fans when Austin Eckler went down with an injury.
Okay, I had to lose RG3, so I get it. It sucks, and I hope that Mahomes is healthy. But obviously he probably won't be healthy most of next year, which does suck. But if it makes you guys feel any better, you're gonna get Jeremiah Smith.
No, I don't sympathize with them at all. This is bullshit. This is their fucking cope. Now they can say they didn't make the playoffs because Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. That's illegal. You're not allowed to say that.
They are going to drink the Coke Kool-Aid until the cows come home on this one. Sorry, not sorry.
You can complain he got hurt. You can't complain that was the reason you didn't. Mahomes is, listen, I'm not going to say he's washed, but the last 3 years he has consistently gotten worse and has demeaned much in value. So you cannot say that it is like, it's because he got hurt.
But anyway, also with that is, not as notable, but core piece to their team, Teddy Buchanan for Baltimore tore his ACL in Week 15 in the shutout win against the Bengals. More notables for the year, Zach Ertz, Tyreek Hill, and Malik Neighbors, all suffering ACL tears. So this leads me to if this is a down year in ACLs, what in the fuck is actually going on?
The
Like,
turf.
this is
Grass.
insane to me. I mean, part of me wants to blame the turf, but part of me also wants to, and I'm going to do this because I've done it in the NBA podcast as well. I'm going to blame the manufacturers. If anybody knows what shoes and cleats look like nowadays, these things are built for lightweight and speed, not for support and ability to hold the body together. So I'm going to hold them accountable for this as well. Nike, you make terrible products. The only reason that you sell things is because of your athletes that you have with their names on their products. You guys make the worst. Jordan, you're not far behind with the way your shoes are built either. As far as the ones that are actually solid, Adidas, you used to be good. Now with your Addy Zero shit making it too lightweight to actually function, you're getting people hurt. The only brand I actually see that puts out good stuff now is Under Armour and Puma.
Yes, I was going to say I only exclusively wore Under Armour cleats when I played football. They are easily the best for holding the body together. They provide great support. I guarantee you that like extra speed that you get from Nike or whatever, it's not worth it. You want to keep your body together. Under Armour is the cleat to do. I would go Under Armour.
And I'll tell you right now, in high school, I'm a big guy, but I played tight end, but I also played D-line. I'll tell you right now, I might have been the only lineman wearing the Cam Newton cleats, but I wore them, and they were comfy as fuck, and they supported my ankle. They were phenomenal. I don't understand why we don't have another cleat in the game like the CN ones, where it's actually a high-top cleat that's lightweight that actually gives support. But I'm going to hold the brands accountable at this point, the manufacturers. Yes, the turf is a big problem. I'm 100% on board that the turf needs to go. Let's play on natural grass. Let's be done with it. I mean, we're seeing non-contact injuries of people tearing their ACL. That's not okay. That's not okay.
Well, and again, you talked about the manufacturers, and I just want to say, like, for any young athletes that might be listening, please go reward companies like Under Armour who make good cleats that keep you safe. Use those cleats. Don't go and buy your favorite athlete's cleat because it's like your favorite athlete. I get it, but there are other ways you can support them. Buy their jersey, do something else. Go and reward the companies that make good products.
If you're gonna play on turf, for the love of God, buy turf shoes. Cleats do not work on turf. There is no benefit. There is no grip. Go out there and buy something that has traction, that even if you need to find something that's lightweight, go out and buy a nice pair of hiking shoes because they have nice tread, they're lightweight, and they still do the job. They're not going to be flashy by any means, but flash is unnecessary when you're trying to stay healthy, especially as a young kid trying to make your name doing something. So, like I said, 30 ACL tears this season, and what, 6 guys that would have been in all-pro conversations this year on ACLs are just, it's actually
and it's on a down year. And it's on a down year. It's insane.
I mean,
it's barely even the sport. You're barely even having a fair football season when half of the superstars that all of us love to watch that elevate teams massively are all getting hurt. It's barely even watching the same sport anymore. Like, for example, right? You know how much better the Texans would be if Tank Dell could get out on the field, but he keeps getting hurt. Like, there are so many problems that come with these injuries, and it makes it miserable. Joe Burrow just got it's crazy.
Well, Joe Burrow, I love you to death, dude, but you coming back this season, there's nothing to prove. You're playing with an iron foot right now that you have to take off every time you're off the field. I get it. I understand you wanting to come back, and I appreciate the reason that you came back because that makes me happier than everything. That some of these people that get paid these multi-millions of dollars actually want to show up and do their job because they get paid so much damn money. So the fact that Joe Burrow said that he gets paid this much money to play a kid's game, and that's the reason he came back, more credit to Joe Burrow this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's a great guy, and he should leave Cincinnati, and I think he probably will. So
two quick things I do agree with about the shoe support. They need to do a better job. I wore Under Armour's being offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and outside linebacker. I always felt like those were the best. And two, because I wanted to say this out loud, we all said that there was a possibility after that game, Cincinnati one a couple weeks ago that they could run the table. That's now off the fucking table because of what happened. Like, I think Joe Burrow should probably sit out for the rest of the year and let Cincy tank their draft stock so they can get a better draft pick for them in the future.
And leave, bro. And leave.
It's just crazy because when you break everything down this year, it's like, I know we don't think about it in the aspect of like every year we're like, damn, people are getting injured. I feel like this year, I mean, let me just read you some of these other ones that are on here that are not just ACLs. Daniel Jones, torn Achilles. Michael Penix, partially torn ACL. Nick Bosa, partially torn ACL. Fred Warner, broken ankle. James Conner, some sort of foot injury out. Najee Harris, injury out for season. Achilles. Eckler, Achilles out for season. Rashawn Slater, torn patellar tendon, out for season. Zay Jones, torn Achilles, out for season. Brian Branch, Achilles, out for season. Like, again, I'm not trying to harp that it's always turf, but again, there's got to be some sort of combination that this league can come to, especially the NFLPA should probably be onto something to figure out, hey, how can we keep these guys healthy? Because at the end of the day, they are getting paid millions of dollars to put their bodies on the line. But when some of these are non-contact injuries and shit's going wrong, there's a big fucking problem.
I agree.
I can't get past how many star players have actually gotten injured this year. We have it every year, but the fact that it's been so bad, I mean, fuck, isn't Devontae Adams trying to fight back from an injury right now too?
Fucking me on fantasy this week. Not gonna lie. Oh, mind you, yeah, no, because I did forget about this. So we are all in our. We had, I believe, our third episode, our fantasy basketball and fantasy football drafts as our leagues, and I ended up having to go against the number 2 team, who ended up being Retro. And Retro said that he was going to run the table and be the league winner. First round exit, like I fucking predicted.
I would like to say to everybody in the audience, I should have won because
I'd like to apologize for absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah, if Quentin Johnston doesn't get hurt and I had Dylan instead, I would have won without needing Justin Jefferson.
Oh yeah, and if Miss Wash doesn't trade me 2 RB1s for Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't make the playoffs. So shout out Miss Wash.
Well, and I want to also say, and this is for everybody because this is a PSA, okay? I know everybody saw that game that Justin Jefferson had, worst game of his career. He had 8 targets for 2 catches, and he dropped that touchdown catch. And you're saying to yourself, is Justin Jefferson washed? Is Justin Jefferson cooked? No. The reason why he had that game is because I had needed him to do well. And because I needed him to do well, the universe said absolutely not. I guarantee you next game he'll put up a career stat line.
Yeah, it's dude, and it's amazing to me because there's no excuse for Justin Jefferson because with the elite quarterback play of 9,
which is insane. The one of the only weeks, like the whole season, where JJ McCarthy decides to play well and gives him 8 targets. By the way, you can't even make this up. Gives him 8 targets. Justin Jefferson drops a catch in the end zone, and the one he catches gets ruled back because of illegal formation. You cannot. Everybody who thinks this is a Jettas thing, it's not. It's because I needed him to do well. That's why. Next week he'll go back to being Justin Jefferson.
Just so it's known now, because he was eliminated for the playoffs by default, because Justin and I are on the opposite ends of the bracket. Retro knows the least amount of ball out of all 3 of us. It is default, and thank you for that. Is why he's co-host number 3. I'm pretty sure
Retro started out like 5-1 in fantasy.
Correct. And I ended as the number 2 team in the whole league. Yeah, I would have been fine if Justin Jefferson decides to know how to catch the football. I would have been fine. I would have been.
Well, he didn't. He didn't.
Now you're out. By the way, just so everybody knows, whatever Justin Jefferson's over/under is this year, or this week, slam the over. I guarantee you he hits the over. It's a guarantee. I'm telling you right now.
Him giving that guarantee him giving that guarantee is about the equivalent of if you ever want to bet on the Steelers, just ask a Steeler fan how their team's going to do this weekend and do the exact opposite of what they say.
No, not true. You should do it. However, to be clear, I am not a gambling professional. This is not professional gambling advice. I am not a legal professional, nor am I an economic professional. Please do not take my advice.
Studying logistics doesn't know legal.
I just want to make that very clear. Do not sue me. I am not telling you to do this. All I am saying is you should do this.
Justin, let's run to our slate, brother.
You didn't graduate as Grandmaster Kamkake, so now you're fucking pissed.
I just want to be clear.
Anyway, yeah, let's get into the slate. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what we want to talk about. I want to start with this game because this makes me laugh. We're gonna minimally blow by it just real quickly. Yeah. So, Tampa Bay is skidding, like we said they would.
And it ain't even Tampa Bay skidding. It's the GOAT, Kirko Chains.
Nope, it's the real star of this episode, the injury bug. I hate this league.
Partially.
I'm over it.
No, but here's the thing.
Partially.
Yes.
Let's just talk about it. How many games has Bucky missed? How many games has Godwin missed? How many games has Booga missed? How many games has Mike Evans missed?
In this game, the Buccaneers have all their weapons, except for Godwin. They have all their weapons. Everything's in place. They have all that. The reason why they lost this game is because Kirko Chains had 373 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a certain player escaped jail finally and had these... He had the greatest fantasy game by a tight end.
Did you know? Funny stat about this. I have actually a couple funny stats about a couple things that happened. Kyle Pitts, first tight end. I want you guys to guess. First tight end since who to have 150 plus yards and 3 touchdowns?
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp, yeah.
Kyle Pitts and Shannon Sharp, same, but different.
Yeah, no, and then this is the thing, right? If like Kyle Pitts doesn't have like this absolutely monster game, the Bucs win.
Also, going back to talking about our fantasy thing, our league is called Kyle Pitts Lovers, and whoever was the worst team in the playoffs had to have Kyle Pitts and start him. That does not sound like a punishment now. That sounds like a blessing.
Well, it was actually the best. It was actually the best team gets Kyle Pitts. They shout out to Gunner, who's been our guest on the basketball podcast.
Just made their fucking team better.
Yeah, just made the team better. But mind you, just like how Retro was coping about Justin Jefferson, now Kyle Pitts is going to be slam the under. Throw the door at it.
There was a couple things I had to say about this quickly. I want to say shout out to Mike Evans. He's reasserted himself as the wide receiver 1 in Tampa Bay. He had over 130.
Never really a question.
A lot of us said earlier in the year that Emeka Egbuka was the wide receiver.
Will surpass. I wasn't on that.
No, Justin. All of us collectively said that he was the wide receiver 1 at that time. But
when Mike Evans was hurt, yes, I said that.
But he did come back in and do that. I want to shout out James Pierce. He had 2 sacks. He kind of had like a rookie breakout game, so that's pretty cool. And then kind of just like a general question, right? There are still a few games left. So the Falcons have 5 wins. The Bucs have 7. The Panthers have 7. Who in God's green earth is coming out of this division?
Nobody.
Like, what is happening?
Nobody.
The Saints.
Yeah, it should be.
The Saints. Tyler Show legacy.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Meteor in this case.
My quick thing on this before we move on is Todd Bowles, you're on the hot seat because if you fucking choke this division lead, you are out as Tampa Bay's head coach, and you will not see another HC for a while.
Well, and on that quickly, do you guys know who Tampa Bay plays next week?
Who they play?
They play Carolina. Next week is the game to decide.
Speaking of that, just so we're clear, we're gonna move right into this game. Carolina, New Orleans. Carolina. All you have to do is beat the worst team in your division, and you split the season series with them, and then you just have to go 1-1, but you're guaranteed a playoff spot. And you go out and choke.
Tyler Shuck legacy game.
I called this on Saturday night. I was telling the boys earlier. I said I had an Uber passenger. He's talking about Carolina. It's the biggest game in the last 15 years of their franchise's history. Da 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 da. He's spouting off this, that, and the other thing. Bryce looks good. Dowdle looks good. Tet looks good. Da, da. And literally, I just mumbled. Sounds like a Tyler Show legacy game. And this kid got so mad at me. And I bet you when this game happened, he was motherfucking his Uber driver up and down the wall. He would have been so mad. Tyler Show, 24 for 32, 272, and a tutty.
And by the way, Tyler Shuck, he also had 30 rushing yards. He had over 300 total. Played great.
8 carries, 32 yards for Tyler Show. Led the team in rushing.
Well, and I was going to bring that up too about rushing because you mentioned Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle had 49 yards rushing
On 16 carries.
Bryce Young had 49 yards rushing as well.
Yeah.
What is that?
I wanted to throw this out there too. So the Saints are 4-10, one of the worst teams in the NFC, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
They are the only team in the division that have a winning record within the division.
Correct.
They are 3-2 against their own division. That is disgusting.
Shout out to Carolina for dropping 2 games to them this year.
Wait, so who was the other one that they got? Was it on the Falcons?
I believe it was one of the I think it was the Falcons. I think it was. So the fact that they are single-handedly fucking this division because we don't know who's going to come out, and the Saints have a winning record against the same division is the most hilarious thing ever.
The whole division is in hell. You have 2 7-win teams and a 5-win Falcons team that's low-key, I don't even know what's going on there, kind of fighting for it. And then the only team that has a winning record against other teams in the division is the worst one in the division.
That is correct.
None of this makes sense at all whatsoever.
This whole season doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, this division is like the exact opposite to the NFC West. It's like mirror image.
Well, I mean, we can go talk about another one like that. We can talk about Buffalo versus New England.
Oh yeah.
We can talk about 10-3 versus 9-4. And or 11-2 versus 10-4, and Josh Allen threw touchdown passes.
The Patriots were up 21-0, and I would like to point out for all of the Bills Glazers, or not the Bills Glazers, but the Winter Soldier Glazers, the actual Winter Soldier on your team, his name starts with James and ends with Cook. I don't know if you guys are aware, Josh Allen has been the second best player on your team for about 5 or 6 weeks. That's like James Cook's getting credit.
Yep.
Go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry.
And the worst part of it is, Patriots lose, and Henderson decides to have a breakout game.
Yep. Oh, he went crazy.
14 carries for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. This motherfucker had a breakout game. Drake May, MVP candidate. Where are you?
And he's basically locked in as Rookie of the Year now. Like, because everybody else, Emeka's going to fall back into place, and Tet's not winning it. He's on the Panthers, so.
And we know who's definitely not winning it, that Jacory Koski fraud.
Okay. He had a great game last week.
I asked.
What I wanted to say really quickly, because Retro, while you've been away, I guess I've been framed as the Josh Allen hater, and I don't hate Josh Allen. I've been questioning his inconsistency throughout the weeks. It's because one game he'll absolutely go off, but then the next week it's losing against the Dolphins, right? So it's like, where is his valuability? And now he's putting himself back into MVP talks because of this game. And I agree. I don't see it. I would disagree that he should be in MVP talks.
3 touchdowns on 193 yards passing does not put you back in an MVP conversation. However, the issue with it is we brought this up before. Josh Allen's chasing a ring. Too bad the one he got was to Haley Steinfeld, and now he's fucking forgot how to play football.
This is another narrative that I want to say is that now that we'll get to Kansas City because I can't wait for fucking that. Is now that Casey's officially eliminated from the playoffs, the Ravens are basically like, we don't know what the fuck they're going to be. This should be the easiest time for Buffalo to make the Super Bowl, and if they don't make it, we are looking at Josh Allen and looking at him very funnily because he can't get it against Mahomes, he can't get it against Lamar. Now he has neither of them, and what the fuck's going to happen?
I have a few things on that because there are a few things I wanted to say about this. So Firstly, I want to shout out Matt Milano because he had 2 sacks. That's awesome. He played a really good game. But outside of that, so I have a few questions I want to pose here. Okay, so the first question I want to pose: the Pats are 11-3 now. The Bills are 10-4, and the Bills are not the Bills. The Patriots have to play the Ravens next week. Is it possible that the Bills snag the division away?
Is it possible that the Patriots officially put the last bullet in the Ravens?
Yes. But at the same time, I think that, if the Patriots lose that game and they're on equal footing.
So, and that's what I kind of mean about the Josh Allen MVP. So I would say I would pick Baltimore once we get to our pick'ems. I'll probably pick Baltimore in that. That is why Josh Allen's in these MVP talks now. Is because if he's snagging the division away from a 4-game sample size of getting back into the division, there's like, oh, well, he's clearly backpacking this team. In retro, I agree with you. There's context behind that because James Cook has been going off these past several weeks, and it's like Josh Allen's been inconsistent.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you guys brought up Baltimore so we don't have to go into the game. Fun fact number 2 for me this year. Lamar Jackson. Fun fact. I just want you guys to guess. Weeks 15 through 18 for his entire career. Any idea how many games he's lost?
Can't be that many.
In his career, weeks 15 to 18, how many games has he lost?
He usually doesn't. He usually skid. I would say like 8.
He's lost 0 games.
I was going to say, I feel like
15 to 18 in his career.
He locks in hard on the back end.
He has lost 0 games in the stretch to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think that there's a very good chance he beats the Patriots. And I was going to say as well on that. So with the Patriots losing, and the Bills now up to 10 wins, Patriots have the Ravens. The actual best team in the AFC, have the Broncos just secured their first seed? Like, I think it's because if the Patriots lose to the Ravens, and here's another thing, the Broncos are undefeated at home; they haven't lost. So if you give the Broncos home field advantage throughout the playoffs, are the Broncos going to make a Super Bowl run?
Well, I would like to turn the attention to a completely different team. A team that has been absolutely surging for no fucking reason at all. A team that had no shot to win their division. And now, all of a sudden, might be the hottest thing in football for some fucking reason. I get they played the Jets. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence resurgence game. 20 for 32, 330 yards and 5 touchdowns. Led the team in rushing with 5 carries for 51 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I read somewhere that's like the best statistical game of all time. I read somewhere somebody said it was like the best efficiency like stat game ever.
This makes no sense. Like we have on this podcast and a lot of other fucking podcast content creators, everything have praised the Jacksonville defense. And they've just been like, Jacksonville is literally a Trevor Lawrence step up away from being a contender. I don't think this opens the door for them, but these guys have been red fucking hot. Like, they're at 10-4 as well, so they're what, 2.5 games back out of the lead? 2 games out of the lead?
They'll be in the playoff probably, which is weird. But it's like, that's the thing, right? The AFC is so fraudulent. Like, it's
so bad. Like, we're in a conversation where we could potentially see Jacksonville play an AFC championship game.
Well, and Jules, I agree with you on this much. I think the Broncos team's like nasty, of course. But if you're Josh Allen, you got to be looking at the crop, and it's like, I don't have Lamar to deal with. I don't have Patrick Mahomes to deal with. My father, the guy that's like destroyed me every year. I don't have to deal with Daddy this year. All I got to deal with is like, Bo Nix and Trevor Lawrence, and then a Drake May with barely any roster with him,
and Justin Herbert.
Yeah, and Justin Herbert with the most injured team in the league besides Washington. So it's like, okay, well, if this is my comp, Yeah, bro, it's time. Like it's about time. Everybody's been saying, "Oh, Josh Allen, if he didn't have to play Daddy Mahomes every year, he'd be in the Super Bowl." Okay, prove it.
Well, let's
It's
move
prove it
on.
time.
Well, let's move on to, I mean, as much as I don't like the guy, probably one of the most unfortunate injuries in recent history. Mahomes tears his ACL. The Chargers win by 3.
The Brady cosplay has actually gone too far. Like this it's insane that
Hey,
we're.
do you mind if I start with this? Because
Sure.
I'm kind of giddy with joy. Because I've been saying for this whole year.
Wait, you're giddy with joy, or you're giddy as joy?
Giddy as joy. Just
All
for
right,
you.
All right,
Justin.
Joy, you have the floor.
So I've been saying since the beginning of the year when they were sub 500 that this team was not going to make the playoffs. And I got pushback and pushback and pushback and pushback because we can't count out Mahomes. We can't count out Mahomes.
Now we can.
That is completely fine. But as Retro has stated, for years he has been on a downtick because of what he specifically did to the league. Cover 2 shells and dimping and dunking. And now the fact that he didn't have majority of the year, I can give context behind this, his main guys. Suspensions, hurt, all this kind of stuff. And in stretches, they looked fantastic. However, just like I brought up multiple times, they had a bigger margin of victory up to I think it was week 13 than they had last year, and they were sub 500. Even if Mahomes didn't get hurt, you weren't winning that fucking game. You weren't. You weren't.
No, it is. I need to add. This is so important for these Chiefs fans to understand. Your guy got hurt. Yes, this is not the last 2 years. Your guy has been playing so below where he was before. Chiefs fans try to pretend like this is like a new phenomenon. 2 years ago, your guy was okay. He was solid. I think he had like I want to say he had like just 4,000 yards. Is very close. Way under Mahomes standards, but it was a good year. Probably like top 10, top 5. Good year. Last year, we saw one of the luckiest seasons we have seen in recent history. He has like 3,800 yards. Plays mid the whole year. His defense drags him along for the ride. They barely skirt through the AFC, and then they meet the Philadelphia Eagles, an actual good team, like a team that's actually not lucky, and they get absolutely destroyed. This year was what we call a recession to the mean. And what that means is, last year, all of those like weird little like 1-score games that you happen to fluke your way through, all the like the Denver Broncos field goal blocks of the world. This year, the Chiefs didn't get that this year. They didn't get those things going their way. They got what every other team typically has, which is this like no black magic. And this year was what the Chiefs actually are, which is a team that isn't that good anymore, with a lot of aging stars on their team that are no longer as good as they used to be, and Mahomes is no longer as good as he used to be. I'm not saying he can't go back into that form. It's very possible, but Chiefs fans, stop glazing your guy. He is not a top quarter. He's not number 1 anymore. He's not number 2 anymore. He's not number 3 anymore. He is not a top 3 quarterback. He's not. He is not. There are quarterbacks that are better.
What I will disagree with what Justin said, I do think that there's going to be within these oncoming years, if Andy Reid stays there, he's going to change his offense to help Mahomes become better, because that's what good head coaches and good front offices do.
Yeah,
I will give him that grace.
Agree. I think he'll win the year he gets back.
I think that's fine. But that is a bridge that will cross over in damn near 2 years.
That's great.
Rejoice.
That's great.
Exactly.
That's great.
We enjoy it.
We can 100% talk about Terabithia later. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I agree. And this is why we were sending
He's out. He's out. He's out. The Wicked Witch is dead.
Yeah,
anyway.
he gets.
Yes.
Listen, a Warriors exit because it sucks you got hurt.
Yep.
But Chiefs fans, you guys, listen, Chiefs fans, you guys have been talking and talking and talking. You're as bad as the Patriots fans. Like,
no, they're as bad as Eagles fans.
No, one last thing, because Justin, I know you want to move on.
Yes, I do.
If you guys follow JM Media at all, shout out to JM boys, John Boy. They do great basketball and not basketball, baseball and football content.
They make
They were at
content.
they make football content. I believe it was Justin who was at the Chiefs game.
Yes,
and
he
it
was.
the middle of the third quarter, and Chiefs fans were fucking leaving. You guys are bandwagon fucks. How dare you say that you're the best fan base
they're bandwagon
in sports?
fucks? No, wait, it's like the kids in high school that just go to the game to have something to do on Friday night?
Exactly.
Crazy.
Anyway, it's weird.
Fuck them, I'm done. Moving on. Jules, we get to get happy now. The actual team we thought that would come out of the AFC is continuing to put belt to ass behind their top one defense in the league. And the resurgence of our boy CJ Stroud. This is my pick. This was my pick. This is my pick because of how open the AFC was. This was the team to come out strictly on defensive base. All CJ Stroud had to do was perform mediocre this year, and this team was going to get there. He was mediocre. And then Davis Mills came in and took his job, and CJ Stroud said, "What the fuck are we doing? This is my job." CJ Stroud, welcome back. 22 for 29, 263 tutties.
And it's awesome that
hold on, Retro, before you go. However, I want to turn the attention to the other team's quarterback. Can we talk about how Jacoby Brissett might actually actively right now be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL?
That's disgusting.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Disagree with it. I would heavily disagree with that, but I understand where you're coming from.
Actively right now, Jacoby Brissett is playing like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
And based off of what?
Stats, ability to lead dog shit.
I mean, I don't think the Cardinals are actually even that bad of it.
He's putting up garbage time numbers in the garbage time season because Kyler got sent to purgatory to play Call of Duty Black Ops 7. But Jacoby Brissett is balling. I don't care what anybody says. Jacoby Brissett's out here doing the job.
I was going to say, because I would like to say that I find it very endearing that all of us, as much hating as we do, we all have one team we can rally around and hope they do well, and it's the Texans, because this poor team has been screwed by injuries.
The Texans are our Utah Jazz.
Yeah, exactly. The Texans are our Utah Jazz, man. They've been screwed by injuries, circumstance, like everything that goes wrong possible has gone wrong in Houston. They had like the whole Deshaun Watson thing. They just need to do well, and it's nice that they're back on the trail.
They should just sign Justin Tucker.
Well,
No,
fuck that. What I want to say, is why. Well, you brought up Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. I understand it was against the Jets. Jets kind of suck. While the Texans and leading the number one defense in the league has had this resurgence, CJ Stroud has taken the helm back. I think that they should be the team to look at. I predict them going to the AFC Championship game because I don't think the Jags are legitimate. I think Trevor Lawrence it's way too inconsistent for me. And even comparatively, CJ Stroud has playoff experience. We all forget that he had that second half against Mahomes, right? Like CJ Stroud is I think good when he's on, and if he can have this for a couple more weeks, I would say I would comfortably have them in the AFC.
And the thing is Jules just said something that's very important there, is we just talked about the Jags doing that to the Jets, and people are going to just, you can't use that logic with Houston against Arizona. I don't think you guys understand. Arizona actually has like a top 7 secondary, even though they're as bad as they are with a record. They might actually be a top 5 secondary, and CJ just picked them apart. Like,
yes.
But here's the thing. The guy I really want to give credit to is, how do you say this guy's name? Jauhar Jordan, their 6th round pick from 2024, 15 carries, 101 yards, and led the team in rushing.
Yeah, finally, dude. Finally got it back.
Injury
and
room.
that's what I was gonna say
The running
too.
back room there is so hurt. The fact that it's a fifth string guy off of the practice squad that came in and put up 100 yards for you.
Yeah.
Granted, again, Arizona, but
Mixon hurt, Chubb hurt, Marks hurt. This random 6th-round pick getting behind what arguably is one of the worst offensive lines because they hate fucking CJ Stroud as much as the Bengals hate fucking Joe Burrow. And CJ Stroud doing this is fantastic.
Well,
I'm so happy.
I want to say this because it needs to be said, bro. To me, the coach, and I don't know if he's like the coach of the year, but he's in the conversation. DeMeco Ryans. This guy is having to rally. Dude, he is having to rally a team where your running back core is terrible and everybody's hurt. Your O-line sucks. Everything looks bad. You were losing. Everybody was calling you frauds.
I'm pretty sure he was the guy that was on our short list. I'm pretty sure he was at our number 3 for everybody that did it.
Well, and he's just got this there's something about him that you just want to go play for him. You want to fight. That defense is nasty. They're mean.
I'm gonna throw a hot take out there. I much rather play for him than Dan Campbell.
I think
I think you're flipping a coin on that one, but I did forget something I wanted to bring up for the Chargers game. I don't know if you guys pay attention, but like obviously we're all on TikTok, and there's some big Chargers discourse going around. All football content creators and all Charger fans are having their little violin tight what fucking moment of the year. Charger fans are saying that they are the Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt away from being the best team in the AFC because their new tackles can't block for dog shit and Herbert has no pocket. I just wanted to address that comment. I understand tackles are valuable, don't get me wrong, and Herbert would have a lot more time to actually do something, but I think Herbert having less time has made him a better quarterback, because when he has all the time in the world, he fucks up a shit ton.
I will say, as far as this is concerned, I actually think that complaint actually does have merit. I don't know if they'd be the best team in the AFC, but I think they'd be very close. If the best team in the AFC is a Bo Nix-led Broncos, I think you could easily make the argument that Justin Herbert's Chargers could be better, but I don't know. I mean, the Chargers are already great. They're 10-4. One of their losses, of course, being to the Washington Commanders with a less than healthy team to begin with. When 5 comes back, it's over for that team. But that's the other thing. When 5 comes back, the Chargers are done. But
see, here's what I have a problem with. You call him 5, right? You call him 5, and you use that as a term of endearment.
Yes,
but then you'll call JJ McCarthy 9. And it's a term of disrespect. So I just want you to know that every time you refer to him as 5 from now on, I'm putting him in the same category as JJ McCarthy.
You have to understand the difference.
I
call him 5. Yes, it is. I call him 5 because JD5 has never once said, "Yeah, bro, I'm 5. I got a different ego. It comes out, and I'm 5." Right? So it's a term of endearment. The same way people call Lamar 8. Right? But when it comes to McCarthy is he's like, I got this alter ego in me, and when I get on the field,
and it came out this week.
Yeah, well, and it did, but it's like when I get on the field, I'm not JJ McCarthy anymore. I'm 9. That's why it's not a term of endearment. Because the best players, you don't have to say they're they don't have to say, "Oh yeah, you can call me 5." People just do. Right? With McCarthy, this guy put it out into the universe. And
I'm telling you right now, the funniest thing I saw when he first put that interview out, and I'm sorry that we're segueing so hard on it, but somebody saw the interview of when I'm on the field, I'm 9, and then somebody stitched it with the "Call me Icebox, call me Becky" from the Little Giants, and I about lost my mind.
I love it.
Well, I mean, he did. 9 did come to play this week, albeit against the Cowboys.
Well, so speaking of losing my mind, though, I'll make somebody else lose their mind. One of our favorite teams suited up against a 40-year-old quarterback this week.
A 44-year-old.
A 44-year-old quarterback, and almost lost.
Actually, was about 53 seconds away from losing. Actually,
Jules?
Hey, buddy.
Yes.
You still betting the Rams or no? I just want to know.
Yes.
Is it
okay? Jules. Jules, let's have a conversation. You guys lined up against 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If that's what playoff time looks like, we're in trouble.
And you squeaked the win?
They didn't score a touchdown either, by the way.
You're absolutely right. So when a first half Phillip Rivers, great, yeah, throwing 73 yards and having less than a 50 completion percentage, yeah, really tore us down.
I didn't say he was good.
We didn't say Phillip Rivers played good. We just said that you couldn't score.
And then in the second half, absolutely. And then in the second half, when Phillip Rivers with the dadgarnets, he's gonna win the game. He gave too much time because he's still too old and he's an idiot. Because Sam Darnold put us in the position to hit a field goal. And shout out to Jason Myers. This is specific.
Hold on, but it's very important to understand. You're right. Phillip Rivers didn't play that good. That's what makes this worse. Imagine if you played against a quarterback that was good at football. You lose that game by like 14.
If you guys played against Daniel Jones, you guys lose by a mile.
I was going to say you lose by 2 touchdowns.
So when Sam Darnold throws 4 picks and we still lose by 2 against the quote unquote best team in the NFC, we're all like, Seattle's fraudulent. But when he barely gets outplayed by a 44-year-old, everybody's like, look at that. You almost lost. I don't care in almost. I care about what happened.
Hold on. I want you to be clear about something. He threw 4 picks and you lost by 2.
And
wait.
No
picks?
No. I don't care. He still got himself in field goal possession, and we missed the field goal. So we still would have won if that field goal was made, yes or no. So what's the problem?
You guys had no turnovers. You had 314 yards total offense.
And Indy's still a top 10 defense, and the front 7 is good.
You had
We have Anthony Bradford. I don't want to hear it. Anthony Bradford's
5 penalties for 34 yards. Your third down conversion rate was 2 for 13.
Ooh. Anthony Bradford.
You were 0 for 2 in the red zone.
I will say their O-line was cooking. They barely allowed anything.
I'm going to be honest, the only player that played good on Seattle was, who is this? What was his
Jason
name?
Myers.
Ernest Jones?
And Jason Myers.
Because he had 18 points.
I listen, because I am an unbiased, I will be fair towards the Seahawks. There were some things that were good that we saw from them this week. JSN obviously was JSN, so that's a no-brainer. But one
7
thing,
catches, 113 yards.
Yeah, but one thing that was interesting, newly arrived Rashid Shaheed, he had more yards than Cooper Kupp did. And I think that if you look at this receiving core of JSN, Shaheed, and Kupp, this could easily be the best trio in the league. Like, they're all 3 of them have crazy talent. We know what Cooper was. And Rashid Shaheed, he was just trapped on the Saints, God bless him. And so now that he's escaped them, I mean, that could be a really good trio. And then again, each team only allowed 1 sack, so, very impressive. Of course, the sack was for the Colts was Latu, because Laiatu Latu is very quietly being, easily one of the best outside backers in the league. This guy he can pick you off, he can sack you, he can get you in the backfield. He has been flying around the field. That guy, and I love Laiatu Latu because he's very quiet. He's a very humble guy, super hard worker, and he just does good. He is just a great player. He will be a piece for the Colts defense for a long time.
Man,
I do have a question for you guys, so that I'm curious what you guys think. Obviously, Phillip Rivers, he wasn't ideal by any means, but he wasn't unplayable either. So my question is, the Colts are 8-6. Is it possible that Phillip Rivers? Do you? So you don't think Phillip Rivers could? You don't think so?
Anthony Richardson is now healthy. I saw reports that he's going to probably start.
Anthony Richardson healthy shouldn't play, but yes.
Well, to be clear, they did announce Phillip Rivers will start against the Niners. So do you guys think that against the Niners it's up? Phillip Rivers won't be
done.
Okay.
He won't have children for the next. We need him to have more children. We need NFL rosters.
Well, you know what? Gunnar Rivers, his son, is a 5-star prospect already at quarterback. So
Yeah,
you know.
maybe they should have signed him instead of his fucking dad.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying is next week slam the over on Phillip Rivers. Trust me.
That's
Sure.
disgusting.
Anyway, man, I don't really want to talk about this game because I'm really going to be sympathetic to a franchise I really can't fucking stand. Yeah, so Green Bay played the number 1 team in the NFL. Green Bay. I was already sympathetic to you. Now I'm going to look like an asshole. Your top 5 defense got picked apart by Bo fucking Nix?
Yes, it did.
23 for 34, 302 yards, and 4 tutties?
Yeah.
Holy
also,
shit.
what happened to Toyota-thon Love, bro? Where was that?
I mean, 24 for 40, 276, a touchdown, 2 picks.
And he threw a pick to PS2. Why are you throwing it to his side of the field? What are you thinking?
Because
so
Jordan
all right.
Hold on, let me say this quick. Jordan Love's actually a man of the people. Jordan Love's a man of the people. PS2 missed a good amount of the season. He's just trying to boost his stats.
That's disgusting because PS2 picked him off, and that's the same exact fucking play Christian Watson went fucking down. That's disgusting. Yep. That's disgusting.
I'm not saying anything about the injury. I'm just saying
You said why did he throw him on the side of the field? Christian Watson was open. He fucking got hurt because PS2 landed on him.
And also, again, I'm just saying you should not throw to his side of the field. Bad idea. That's all I'm saying.
Packer fans, Packer front office. You gotta figure it out because this dude is your number 1 receiver, but he can't stay healthy. This dude is your number 1 receiver and can't stay healthy. Many people can say it's Jaden Reed, it's Romeo Dobbs. No, Christian Watson is your number 1. He has your best route tree options, and he's your best deep threat. He can also go across the middle and work against undersized linebackers and do very well. And this dude just can't stay healthy. To
add to that, because brother, I will crap on Packers fans for a second. All of you people that told me that when they drafted this very mid college receiver, Matthew Golden out of Texas.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started.
And you told me he was Isaiah Bond is better than him on his own team, by the way.
Okay.
But you told me.
No. That's not what we're not going to do that. Because the issue here is Matthew Golden should be their true number 1. I'm not going to hear this. No. I'm not going to hear this shit from you because I have to hear it from Packer fans all the time about how this kid's overrated. This kid's this. This kid's that. No, the fuck he's not. They don't fucking play him.
Yes.
They don't play him.
It doesn't matter.
They don't play him. 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 It
wouldn't matter if they did, though. That's the point.
And his stats also would look so much better if when he was actually playing, if Jordan Love would actually deliver him a correct fucking ball. I remember in week 2, he underthrew him for a pick and overthrew him for a touchdown on back-to-back drives, I believe, in week 2. No, we're not gonna talk shit on Matthew Golden because he doesn't even get an option. He's in arguably one of the most competitive receiver rooms because they're all receiver 2s, and somebody's trying to emerge as a receiver 1. There's 7 guys that can be a receiver 1.
And I hear the complaint, but he is overrated. That guy was not a first-round talent. The reason why he was taken as a first-round talent is because that class in general for receivers was a lot weaker than we typically see, and that's why he was taken so high.
I completely disagree. I think if the kid was utilized, if he was utilized, it'd be an option.
And also I want to say shout out to Brandon McManus because he went 4-4.
You could say it all you want that he's overrated, he's this and that, but preseason stats, odds, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the kid was in talks for Rookie of the Year before a snap was even played. He was in the conversation with Emeka, with all
and he shouldn't have been. That's the you have, bro, and that's the problem. You have Tet, Emeka Egbuka, and Matthew Golden.
I just want you to reorganize that because Emeka is clearly better than Tet.
No, Tet. It's Tet and then Emeka. So it's like right.
No, it's not. It's not.
Tet is, and honestly, I think Tet might be a better receiver.
It's actually just not close, and that's fine.
Tet has higher Ted has higher Rookie of the Year odds than Emeka Egbuka right now, and the reason
That's because
why
the quarterback's been healthy all year.
Ted is a better receiver, and also don't give
There's
me that.
also no other options on Ted's team.
I think Emeka probably has a higher floor than Ted,
Yes.
unbiasedly, but I think Ted has the better body going forward.
I mean, of course, he's taller.
Ted's also in a better situation to actually be a number one option because his number two is Xavier Legette, who sucks at everything he does in life.
Okay,
Holy
and you can
shit.
see that. But if you look at Ted, and again, I refer back to college tape, Ted has his hands are easily better than Emeka. It's not even close. Ted is catching in college. Ted is like doing this, and he's like reaching back and catching ball. Like the kid has better hands. He's taller. He has a better build. Emeka Egbuka probably does have a higher floor because he's an OSU receiver, and they're always good, guaranteed. But Ted, I think, has the higher ceiling. He is built for football. That is what he is built to play.
That's fine. Can we move on to the gunslinger matchup of the weekend?
Yeah, for sure.
Was that not it?
No, no, I think this one was better.
You're talking about Detroit, I assume.
Yeah. We got Goff at 25 for 41, 338, 3 touchdowns, and Stafford at 24 for 38, 368 yards, 2 tutties, and a pick.
And I want to say about those receivers specifically, because there was really only 5 receivers in that whole game.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Puka Nacua.
So Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams combined for 298 yards and 3 touchdowns. They go nuclear. Yep. And then Puka Nacua, Colby Parkinson, and Devontae Adams combined for 327 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Mind you, Puka was 9 receptions for 181, no touchdowns.
On his own, yes. Yeah, and then obviously like the Rams, also the run game was crazy. They had 149 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Kyron led the way with 15 carries, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like that game offensively was so
fun. Now let's poke and prod at the things that went wrong. Hello, Jahmyr Gibbs. Dude.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to say this? I feel like it's every other week. Oh, wait, it is. You can't just show up for half the season, dude.
Yeah.
13 carries for 38 yards. I get the Rams' defense is good. I really do. But for 38 yards on 13 carries and you're supposed to be a top 3 guy in the league, that can't happen.
That's the context I want to say really quickly. I think the Rams' rush defense is really good. Their pass defense, when it's up against a good passing offense this whole year, has been fucking torched.
Well, and Justin is right though in that it's every other week. It's like
every other week.
Jahmyr Gibbs is 200 yards and he's like slashing your defense. He can't be stopped.
And the next he's sub 50.
Yeah, the next week it's like where did you go? And it's crazy because as far as the talent is concerned, it's undeniable. The kid is absolutely electric.
The worst part is he led the way with rushing with 38 yards.
Right. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Where's his guy, bro? Where's Knuckles?
Lions fans, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care. You're 8-6. Hit the panic button because this can't happen. This can't happen.
That's the thing with the NFC, right? Is that these top teams specifically predicate themselves on running the ball first. Rams, Seattle, Detroit, Philly.
Well, Seattle doesn't really do it now, but
no. Well, they're still a top 5 rushing team by total yards in the NFL as of right now.
That's because their backup back is better than their starter, which is insane.
And inevitably, when you force them to become one-dimensional, yes, they'll put up ungodly numbers, but you see the weaknesses in all these teams. And this is why this year has been so odd, is because every single team has a flaw, and if you execute correctly, you can beat them. But there's still a hierarchy in the NFL, but it's still just like you can see how you can beat every single team. Yes, Bo Nix, this is the first time, going back to it really quickly, it's the first time Bo Nix had 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in his career, and shout out to him. But if you make him try to beat you with his arm more often than not, you're going to win that battle. If you go and beat Detroit, or try to beat Detroit, you stop their run game and you make Jared Goff into a passer, which again, ungodly numbers, but you can live with him because you can outsling Jared Goff, right?
Yep.
Stafford and the Rams, same thing. Stop their run game and make Matt Stafford into a passer, which again, ungodly numbers, but you predicate on trying to outsling him. And again, that's a tougher battle than Goff, but that can still be established. Same thing you see out, all this kind of stuff to where this is why this NFL season's all fucked. You can see every flaw.
If you ask any person, can you be definitively sure this team is going to be in the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl? There's no team that you can point to. And real quick, I want to give one shout out. As the punter glazer on the podcast, I love punters. I want to give a huge shout out to Jack
the Cleveland Browns.
A big shout out to Jack Fox this week. He had a 62-yard punt. Way to flip the field, brother. That is how you put your team in a position to do well. I feel for you because the Lions lost the game. But, brother, you were doing your part, and don't think we don't see it. Because us punter glazers, we see it, and we recognize it. You're goated. Good job, Jack Fox.
Yeah, the last punter that got glazed was Pat McAfee, and he got a talk show. So we're just not gonna. Anyway.
Dan Trent's way, of course.
All right, well, everybody get your barf bags ready. So Minnesota played Dallas.
Yeah, that did happen.
Dallas. This was the hardest game to watch this weekend.
Yeah.
Because Dallas did themselves no favors. None. And from a stats perspective, it actually doesn't look so bad. I mean, Dak 23 for 38, just under 300 at 294.
Yep, Dak stat pad. Love to see it. Thank you, Dak.
Javonte Williams, 15 carries, 91 yards and a touchdown. CD, 6 receptions for 111 yards. Sounds like the Cowboys should win this. No. You lose to the goober that is JJ McCarthy.
And this week we're going to use his name. We're not going to use his number because he actually earned that. I will use his name.
JJ McCarthy, 15 completed passes, 15 of 24, 250, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. He had to throw the pick in to realize that he's 9, not JJ. He had to throw the pick in. Running game, basically non-existent. 12 carries for 34 from their leader, Aaron Jones. Leading receiver, Hawkinson, 4 receptions for 66 yards. Dallas.
I would like to make the argument that the most embarrassing thing that has happened to a team all season
is
when McCarthy does the play action play, like he's going to throw, and he does the naked bootleg, fakes out their entire defense and gritties into the end zone. That might have been the single most disgusting thing I have ever seen done to a football team. He grittied on the city of Dallas. That was disgusting.
He wittily grittied on the city of Dallas.
Yeah, and you're telling me that of all of the guys that just came back to help you guys, not a single one of your Dallas defenders noticed JJ McCarthy just, easily going right out into
that
the
would
open.
require their corners to know how to play corner.
That's a fair point, actually.
Dallas.
That's a fair point.
Dallas. You just ruined the beautiful narrative we painted last weekend. You
Thank
just
God.
ruined it.
Fucked it up for us. Like,
God. It was there. Dakota.
It was there.
Dakota. The ball in the
Thanks
end
for your
zone,
empty
dude.
stats, bro. Thanks for your empty stats, Dakota. It's not the first time.
Oh, my God. It's just Aubrey field goal after Aubrey field goal after Aubrey field goal.
Oh, yeah, if it's not obvious, Brandon Aubrey's the best player on that team by a country mile.
The worst part is I'm pretty sure he missed 2 kicks as well.
Yeah, he did. He didn't even have a good week this week.
Literally.
And they would still lose by 2.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's fucking obnoxious because this is going to be the game that these Vikings fans are going to predicate the JJ McCarthy glaze off of. This is going to be our future. And it shouldn't be. And on top of the fact that the funniest thing is probably going to happen in next week if he gets outplayed by Jackson Dart.
And can we be clear, by the way, for the record, it doesn't move us that he ripped up a bottom 4 defense. And if he does rip up New York next week, that's another bottom 4 defense. It doesn't move anybody, okay?
I hope that their front 4 feasts on his carcass. I hope he gets sacked 10 times.
You know what, bro? The thing is, I don't think Washington, in our shriveled worst state possible, was able to beat this New York team. So I think Minnesota's gonna walk through them. Unfortunately,
what sucks is I think this Vikings team defensively is pretty solid. Van Ginkel is still there.
Yes.
And he had a couple key plays in this game. And that was, I think, more the predication of what we should be talking about. Because that Minnesota defense, I think, is still pretty decent. But if they let up anything against the fucking Giants, oh God, can I not wait for next week?
And I just, once again, for the record, Justin Jefferson, if for some random reason you stumble upon this podcast at some point, I just want to ask you why. Why today, that game of all games?
Let's go record a clip and add it to the basketball podcast we did. We'll tell Kevin Durant to send it to JJ so he understands.
Yeah, exactly. JJ, I don't dislike you, brother. You're a really fun player to watch. Why this week did you decide to have the worst game of your entire career? Was it just because
he was on your fantasy team?
Yeah, was it because that you looked up and then you found out that Retro had him on his fantasy team and you were like, oh, well, what's one bad game? Because you still won, right? So who cares about the fact that my fantasy team got eliminated even though I was the number 2 team in the league? Who cares?
All right. Well,
I can't believe you, Jettas.
Well, let's move on to something I don't want to talk about. I never want to talk about. I don't ever want to talk about. My team played Monday night.
They did.
Yeah. Alert. See, I'm getting sick already talking about him. It's crazy. The Steelers beat the Dolphins. Great, it's the Dolphins. Whatever. Dolphins were on a good stretch of winning games since Tua talked about wanting to play in Jerusalem. Steelers top Dolphins to extend Monday Night Football home winning streak to 23 games. We should.
Mike Tomlin is such a good head coach.
Monday Night Merchant Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, the way that he's consistently able to win games. If I were the Steelers tomorrow, I'd sign him to a 10-year extension. You need to make sure that whatever happens, you don't lose Mike Tomlin.
If I was a kid watching this podcast growing up to be a quarterback, I'd never want to play for the fucking Commanders because every 5 years they lose a generational talent. Suck my fucking left nuts. Meanwhile,
to actually analyze this really quick,
I'm working.
Tua in cold weather situations now is statistically the worst QB in NFL history to be playing cold weather. The record
is that by wins and losses?
Wins and losses, yards per game, accuracy.
He didn't play that bad.
Oh, he played dog shit.
Not according to the box score.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Well, good thing we're not box score merchants.
Hey, Jules, tell me if this sounds bad to you. 22 of 28, 253, 2 tutties and a pick. That doesn't sound that bad.
Sounds like a lot of that shit was in garbage time.
I was gonna say, and I'd also like to point out the next week when the Steelers
were never down 28-3 like the Falcons were up on the Patriots.
I would like to point out that next week when the Steelers lose to the Lions, they will be to 8-7, which is perfectly balanced as all things should be in the universe.
We're beating the Lions.
It's just it's a truly beautiful thing to watch. The Tomlin, what's crazy about the Tomlin curse is even when the Steelers were on their streak and it kind of looked like it was finally going to be, everything just reverted.
Can we not talk about the most fraudulent undefeated team of all time? Thank you. No. Anyway, yeah.
You can't say you're beating the Lions because we just talked about every other week Gibbs. This was his off week. This means
that's true.
Gibbs on his own week.
Yeah, he might get to run because T.J. Watt's hurt. Yes, he might get to run because T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt overrated, by the way. Miles Garrett's better.
Yeah. Wow, we're comparing. Wow, overrated is crazy. Anyway, things I'd like to talk about. First off, Aaron Rodgers threw 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers found MVS for a touchdown.
Yeah.
One of these touchdown passes, DK Metcalf threw a safety like he was a fucking child.
Yeah.
He was coming across the field.
Put the name to that. Who was it?
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, you don't know? Minka Fitzpatrick.
I don't know. Never heard
your former All-Pro.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him?
Never heard of him.
I was going to say also, and this is another thing I wanted to point out. Can I point out the Dolphins have 6 wins? Like, when did that happen? Like, the Dolphins are 6-8.
Because I told you, after Tua said he wants to play a game in Jerusalem, they went on a 5-game win streak.
It's so weird, bro. It was like the sneakiest, like...
Or a 4-game win streak. I think they were 2-7, and then Tua said, he said, I don't know, maybe playing in Jerusalem would be cool. And then all of a sudden, they rattled off 4 straight wins.
And here's the problem, right? If you're the Dolphins and the Dolphins win 7 or 8 games, they're going to be really tempted to keep Tua on, like, the off chance that, like, they can, like...
They need to get rid of Tua and Mike McDaniel as fast as possible.
I agree with you. They need to get rid of both.
I love seeing it burn in my...
All right, so here's the thing, and I'm going to... Oh, my God. You guys can flame me, you can this, you can that. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Say it.
Tua isn't a bad quarterback. He's in a really bad situation. And if Tua was on a different team in a better situation, he'd play significantly better.
This is why you're AI, Justin. Okay, you're not real.
Okay, hold on. So if he was on the Philadelphia Eagles, maybe I will grant you that point. He is not a good quarterback, objectively. He has a new arm.
Here's my thing with this. Objectively, I think Tua could be a great system quarterback, and I think if Tua would have went and bought into the Indianapolis Colts team, I think Tua would have been fine.
Okay, he has a noodle arm, and he thinks that today is like Sunday because the guy has so many concussions. So like it gets to a point. The brother cannot throw. He cannot think. The guy is like, I don't. What kind of he can't scramble? What kind of like quarterback ability does Tua Tagovailoa have? Like what makes him a quarterback? What's like the
throwing up gang signs when he got CTE?
Yeah.
What makes Tua a quarterback? I can actually kind of answer this for you.
And don't name the one season he leads the league.
He doesn't have a strong arm, you're right. But you know what he is really good at?
Throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill.
It's football. He plays really good dip and dunk football. Again,
that's why you said the fucking Colts. You're a dick.
Can you imagine if he got to just drop the ball off to Jonathan Taylor like the 2 fraudulent quarterbacks in San Francisco can do?
No, you're right. He only gets to drop the ball to Devon Achane, a top 5 running back in the league. It's so awful.
Yeah, top 5, 12 carries for 60 yards against Pittsburgh's injured defense.
Oh my God. He's so... Devon Achane is amazing.
Do you know what else? Achane also led their team in receiving, 6 receptions for 67 yards.
What I'm saying, he's
Christian McCaffrey merchant?
Wait, did you say 67?
So what I'm saying is if he had a better receiving back that he could dip and dunk with instead of Achane, who's a better runner than he is a receiver, crazy.
Let's be so for real, bro. Okay, Devon Achane is a very, very good receiving back.
He's great, but I'm telling you, if Tua was in a better situation... Honestly, I think Miami would be fine if it wasn't for Mike McDaniel. I think all of these problems stem from Mike McDaniel. I think he's a terrible fucking football coach.
And real quick, I also want to bring this up because I think this is very important. Jonathan Taylor, because I forgot to say this earlier. It's
we don't care. We're not moved. You blew that. You already blew that wad.
Hold on. So Jonathan Taylor has
1,000. Is he still in the MVP? Is he still in the MVP talk? I just want to hear it.
Well,
I want to hear that dirty little mouth.
OPOY talks anymore. I know that for a fact.
Definitely get why talk. But anyways, Jonathan
crazy.
Taylor has 1,443 rushing yards.
Garbage
He is
time.
above every other running back by 300 yards, except for James Cook, who has 1,415. And I am once again asking to Bills fans, how are you not acknowledging the fact that James Cook is so good at football? A lot of Bills fans think it's just Josh Allen running the show all the time. It's not. James Cook
is running the show. He has to take the snap and hand the ball to James Cook. He does a lot. J.J. McCarthy won a national championship doing that.
You just called Josh Allen a handoff merchant? What?
J.J. McCarthy won a national championship doing that.
And by the way, I will say for the record that Christian McCaffrey has 1,742 yards.
Michigan won a national championship off of a handoff merchant.
They did do that. They did do that. But yeah, speaking of OPOY.
All right, pick 3, cut 5. Pick 3, cut 5.
Jules, you were just at Disneyland, dude. It's a small world after all, dude.
To be clear, the OPOY conversation is over. CMC got 1,700 combined yards. He's going to hit 2,000. That conversation's over. CMC is the offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Jules, you want to move on to pick 3, cut 5? Is that what you said?
Yeah, let's do pick 3, cut 5 because the odds are in JSN as a minus 200.
But there's one more game to talk about.
Oh, wait, what's the game?
There's one more game to talk about.
Which game?
A certain quarterback went 17 for 28 with 242 yards and 2 touchdowns and went off against a quote-unquote top 10 defense in the league this week for 31 points.
Wait, who am I missing?
Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man.
Bears win. That's all I had. Shedeur, Mr. franchise quarterback, that everyone was so high on after 1 week.
There is no way in God's green earth we are talking about his win.
I just want to go over this because after Shedeur had one good week and Cleveland fans wanted to be like, oh my God, we should have played him 18 for 35, 177, 3 picks, led his team in rushing.
Hey, it's perfect timing. He had 3 picks. Perfect timing right there.
Mind you, if Myles Garrett would have set the NFL sacks record on the Bears, I would have
never heard the end of it.
Ball.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to say, ladies and gentlemen, he is 1 away. It is destiny. And not only is Myles Garrett going to get that record, he's going to shatter it. Because if Myles Garrett has, 4 games left, he's going to shatter that record.
Honestly, the Bears won like this and had great whatever. Honestly, the thing I want to point out from this game, and it has nothing to do with the Bears, crazy enough on my end, our defensive rookie of the year, Carson Schlesinger candidate, had 14 tackles, 4 solo tackles, and basically led the way for this defense, even though they got belt to ass.
Well, I told y'all, Carson Schlesinger is the best defensive rookie. It's not even close. Just give him the award.
Well,
he deserves it.
I mean, best defensive rookie, I think long last name, you mispronounced it. It's Emenwari. But I respect you trying. I respect you trying.
Isn't Emenwari the guy that got absolutely thrown down by Zach Ertz at the age of 40? I'll take Carson Schlesinger.
And now Zach Ertz is out for the year. Anyway.
He is, exactly. and Nick Emenwari still couldn't deal with him then.
All right,
he wouldn't be able to deal with him now in his current state.
All right, well, pick 3, cut 5. I got really lazy this week. The first 2 lists are greatest your teams of all time. Retro, really hard to build an all-time Commanders team, by the way. Holy fuck.
No, it's not.
It's really relevant.
It's so easy. The offensive line is a give me.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is there's nobody. It's literally just no names. But we'll start with the Seahawks.
I'm sorry, the Hogs? Russ Grimm? Are we for real?
What? Russ Grimm? Who? Plumber?
I can't, bro.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure the greatest commander of all time probably is a plumber. I'm not familiar with his game.
Okay, so I hate to say that you're right, but the greatest Washington player ever is probably Slingin' Sammy Baugh, so you're actually probably kind of right on that.
Damn right.
But, yeah, I got.
From what
listen, it was him.
I'll tell you what he was ranked after we do the list, but we're going to start with the Seahawks because they're up first on my list because I did that first because I could do that one from memory without having to look it up because,
Non-plumber ball.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think... yeah, none of these guys are plumbers. Not a single
Yeah,
one.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, my running back is still better than any Seahawks running back all time. So
that's not true. They have
Funny.
two better, but that's fine.
MVP
Anyway,
check.
Riggins is better.
MVP
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. First name
Riggins
up.
is better than Lynch and Alexander. I don't care.
First name up. Russell Wilson.
That has to be a keep. He's the best quarterback in Seahawks history.
Keep.
Yeah.
It makes my life more fun. Marshawn Lynch.
Cut.
Oh wait, is your position that Alexander's better than Lynch?
It's not a position; it's a fact.
It's a position. It's a position, but I'm fine with that.
Marshawn Lynch's biggest highlight of his career is driving a golf cart on the field.
It's a position, but that's fine. I'm okay with the position.
All right, so we're cutting Lynch.
Yeah, it's fine.
Earl Thomas.
I would probably cut because Richard Sherman exists. I just feel like if you're going to go defensive back, because, well, Jules, keep in mind, you have Richard Sherman, who's a better defensive back than he was. You have,
here's the thing. I'm just glad you already burned a keep on Russell Wilson, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, but you have like Steve Largent as well. Like I don't know.
I'll tell you this right now. Steve's not on the list. This is all players after I think 2000.
If Largent isn't on the list, I almost think you have to keep him then.
Oh, I know who's going to be here. That's why he's... We have to cut Earl Thomas. We have to cut. I know who's going to be here. I know who's going to be here.
I would even take Bobby Wagner over Earl Thomas, so I'm okay with
that. Richard Sherman's next.
Keep. You have to keep Richard Sherman. You have to. Jules, who in God's green earth are you taking over Richard Sherman?
You don't know Seattle ball. You're not keeping Richard Sherman.
Tell me the guy you're taking over Richard Sherman for your team all time. Like
first ballot Hall of Famers Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson.
Yeah, and
I don't have any offensive linemen on the list. I promise.
Richard Sherman's the first.
I promise.
No, Richard Sherman's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Absolutely not.
Either he is or he's second because he's this close.
I need an answer.
Also, Hutchinson's a great guard. I agree with you, but I would. And he said neither of them are on the list. So if it was me, I would keep him. But it's your team, so you can cook on that one. But
fuck you, Justin. Fuck you.
It's your team. I'll let you. You can.
We're cutting Richard Sherman.
Okay.
JSN.
Cut. That's not even a question. You've had him for
post 2000.
It's been 2 years. Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett are both better all time for your team.
Are we sure about that?
Yes. Come on, yes.
I'll give you Doug Baldwin. Probably not.
Yeah, brother, he's been on the team for 2 years. First
off, the fact you didn't say Golden Tate there.
Why would I mention? I'm not. No.
That's great. That's
Hawks receivers: Largent, Baldwin, Lockett, everybody else for
Golden Tate's better than Lockett.
You're not going to tell me about my
Golden
franchise. That is absolutely not.
Golden Tate's better than Lockett all time. There's no. Yes.
No. But to be clear,
Retro does not know ball. That's crazy.
JSN when he finishes.
Are you cutting your second year phenomenon, Jules?
It's up to him. That's up to him. But I would.
Are you cutting your second year phenomenon, Jules?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Hey, so you gave me all that. You're rage baiting me for it.
Yes, I am. Because it's
unreal.
So you have two keeps and a cut left.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Wagner.
Rage baiting is a sin, Jules. Oh, Bobby Wagner, keep. That's my answer.
Keep. Yeah.
Cam Chancellor.
Retro. You know what I feel about Cam fucking Chancellor.
Well, and I agree with you. He's insane, but I mean, well, I don't know because I'm thinking like post 2000, he really might Yeah, I can't.
I'm gonna look Justin right in his fucking eyes because I know the next fucking person that he's gonna have to make me cut either Cam or Sean Alexander. This
I would never.
motherfucker's
I would never.
diabolical.
So
I
Jules,
would
then
Diabolical.
so Jules, what then you have to cut Cam, because if you don't, then you'll have to cut Sean. So it's you have to play Justin ball.
Justin,
you know how it is.
Look me in my eyes and say you're not fucking me raw right now. We're cutting Cam. I can't.
Yeah, I mean you have to. You have to.
I can't.
You know?
I can't.
No.
I can't.
It's just some random Seahawks players. The
Cut,
last guy.
Cut Lynch, cut Thomas, cut Sherman, cut JSN, cut Chancellor to keep Wilson, Wagner, and Sean Alexander.
Thanks.
It would have been really funny if you would have. It would have been funny if you would have gone like Cliff Averill or something, just some like random guy off the D line.
I would have cut Russ so quick to keep fucking Cam. Oh my god!
You would have cut the quarterback that led you to 2 Super Bowls. You would have cut him.
You would have cut the guy who threw a pick to Malcolm Butler on the goal line.
Ron Russell Wilson, we're not doing that too.
Wait. No, when we won the Super Bowl, it was his like 3rd year. That wasn't his best year.
Anyway,
Prime Russell Wilson.
We're gonna stop.
No, I agree. But his second Super Bowl, when you guys lost to the Patriots, he was really good. What?
So the Washington Redskins.
Oh, yeah. Hi,
London Fletcher.
That's a cut.
Why did you put London Fletcher in here this early? Oh god.
That's a cut.
Okay, he's probably our best backer all time. It's either him, Arakpo, or Kerrigan. I like Kerrigan more, but I don't think he's better than London Fletcher. At the same time, how old did you go with this team? Because I know
2000.
how old Jules. Did you go to like age with me?
I plead the 5th.
Oh my god. Okay, well this is.
If I would have went back to 2000, I would have had a list of like 4 players.
So there's just so many. There's many people that you could choose.
I know we're just going with this. Thank you for doing this.
Can you imagine doing this with like my team? I'd have to pick from like 300 players. Your team, I had to get like 8 players out of 4.
Let's keep London Fletcher.
Jules, tell me I'm wrong.
I don't want to.
Jules, I could put anybody from the Steel Curtain defense. I could put anybody from that era offense. I have generational running backs. I have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. I have ungodly, unlimited amounts of linebackers. Like, I literally, if I were to build this...
Your franchise is 1,000,000 years old. We get it, okay? Whatever. But...
Yours is too. Yours just sucks.
No, shut up. It's not true.
What are we doing here?
Keep or cut.
I'm going to keep London Fletcher. He's the best linebacker in our team's history.
I already know where this is going. I love you, Justin. Thank you.
No, he's not. No, I promise you, he's not on the list because he's not a great.
He's not.
He's a great injured reserve player. That's what he is.
No. There's another name. There's another name that I'm thinking of.
Scary Terry is our second best receiver.
No, not Scary Terry. There's another name that I know that for a fact is going to be here.
I don't know if you know who's on this list. I'm gonna say that. Next is Paul Krause.
Who?
There's no way you went this old. There's no way you went this old. Oh my sweet lord!
I just know I have a good feeling who's at the end. And
okay,
I don't think you know who's at the end. I can Jules, I promise you.
Just to give you context, Jules, Paul Krause is the all-time leader in interceptions in NFL history.
I think of him as a Viking, not a fucking commander.
Yeah, and I agree with you, which is why I'm cutting him. A lot of people think of him as a Viking.
That's fine. A lot of people think of this guy as a Bronco, but he was drafted here. Champ Bailey.
Cutting him because Sean Taylor's a better defensive back.
Got it. Chris Cooley.
Oh, this hurts so bad.
You're hurting over Chris Cooley?
Yes,
Imagine?
He was my childhood. I love Chris Cooley.
He was a part of one of the greatest commercials of all time.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
When he caught the football through the plywood.
To be fair, in a vacuum, Jordan Reed would have been one of the greatest tight ends of all time if he would have stayed uninjured. But I don't.
I need an answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut him. God
Got
bless him.
it.
But yeah, Jordan Reed would have been one of the greatest ever, of course.
Clinton Portis.
Oh, Clinton Portis.
I love how Jules is just sitting here enjoying the show, just like me. Jules, is this fun?
Clinton Portis is probably our second greatest back all time, but he's not John Riggins, so I'm gonna cut him.
Yep. You have 2 keeps left and 3 names. Joe Theismann.
Keep.
Got it.
Set himself up. Yes.
Sammy Baugh's on this list. It is what it is.
Sammy Baugh.
I knew that this was not the name. I know who's last. I don't
think you know who's last.
You're the fact that you would put Theismann before Baugh is the most diabolically mean thing I've ever seen.
No, the most diabolically mean thing would have been if they were the bottom 2 and you had one to keep, one to cut. Like if you were debating between Cam Chancellor and Sean Alexander.
The thing is, I have to cut Sammy Baugh because I can't have 2 quarterbacks on the list. And okay. I don't know if you put John Taylor, but
you cut Krause, you cut Bailey, you cut Cooley, you cut Portis, you cut Baugh to keep London Fletcher, Joe Theismann. And crazy enough, this guy is the number 1 by a majority of lists Redskin of all time. Never fucking heard of him. Darnell Green.
Darryl Green?
Wait,
you never heard of Darryl Green?
Not Darryl Green.
It said Darnell.
Oh, well, it's not. It's Darryl, and he's one of the greatest corners of all time.
Don't know who he is. Don't care.
That's a little cool with me.
He's almost consensus top 10 corner of all time.
Yeah, oh my God! Did you just question me on knowing anything pre-1990?
I thought that you were gonna put fucking Sean Taylor, and I thought you were gonna do fucking Sammy Baugh and Sean Taylor.
You know what? I am okay with if I could make a change. The only change I would make is Sammy Baugh for Theismann. But outside of that, Darryl Green is a better all-time player than any of those guys.
You're welcome. I got you to cut Sammy Baugh.
Yeah, I appreciate the Darryl Green. The Theismann before Baugh thing was absolutely diabolical.
You're welcome.
And you should be punished in a war tribunal for that. But that's crazy.
Yeah, they all suck, so it doesn't matter.
That's even more crazy, buddy. You better what? Hey, you remember the 13-0 Steelers that got beaten by the losing record Washington team to expose you guys as frauds? I do.
We were frauds before we played you, so it didn't matter. Anyway.
And then you really were frauds after.
All right, so we just kind of did something like this on basketball, so I brought it to football. Crazy NFL moments.
Oh, okay. I'm done.
First one up is Vikings 33-point comeback in 2022.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty wild. That was against the Colts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It was pretty
Kirko
wild.
change.
Yeah, Kirko change, but I don't know if it's like all time wild though.
I wouldn't say it's all time.
Yeah, I don't think it is. So
got it. Next up's the helmet catch.
The helmet catch.
Yes.
Yeah. The you talking about Tyree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping that one?
Yeah.
Arguably the most iconic moment in football history, the butt fumble.
Ooh.
It's a great meme.
It is a great meme, but I don't know if it's a great moment. I don't think anybody ever looked at that as like.
No one said it was a great moment. This is craziest NFL
it's just moments.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
We're cutting it.
I would cut it.
Jacoby Jones running the lights out of the Super Bowl.
No.
I would cut that too.
Okay. Deshaun Jackson Christmas punt return to win the game.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Miracle of the Meadowlands 2? Are you kidding?
I still wouldn't. You have to understand in the history of the NFL, I'm talking the Holy Roller, I'm talking Ghost to the Post, I'm talking the Immaculate Conception or the Immaculate Reception. There are
He's
so
not
many.
Gonna have that shit.
He might. I don't know. It's hard. Like even the second catch after the Tyree catch, the
See, you can't even name it because it's not a good moment.
I can't remember his name.
I can, because it's not a good moment.
It is a good moment.
No.
But I mean, yeah, you've got the Russ pick on the 1 yard line. That's a much more iconic moment, by the way. That's a hugely iconic moment. There's a lot of very iconic moments.
I'll fucking end this podcast right now because Justin's fucking squealing over there, and I already know it's on the fucking list. We're keeping this shit.
Cut.
I need an answer.
Cut.
Keep.
You know what? Jules, heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay, I'm pulling up a coin.
Pulling up a coin.
Yeah, I'm pulling up a coin.
I have fucking coins right. It said tails? Good.
Okay, you said tails, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, flip it.
Tails, bitch. Tails, bitch. Tails, bitch. Tails, bitch.
And you did the flip thing on your hand. Unreal.
All right, so you have 1 keep left and 3 moments. I will say I did want to put the Immaculate Reception on here just because it's my team, because it's amazing. But anyway, it's not on here. The next moment up.
Yeah.
Wilson throws, and it's intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler.
It is one of the most iconic moments in NFL history.
Cut.
You can't cut the greatest thing that's ever happened to your franchise. Jules,
that's
the fact
crazy.
The fact that you have that on top of we want the ball and we're gonna score are the greatest quarterback blunders in history.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The Deshaun Jackson punt return's not even close. There's a
no.
better
The Deshaun Jackson punt return, no. That might be the number 1 moment in history. That man dropped the ball, slipped, and then bursted straight up, stayed inside the hash marks, and scored.
There's even a better return. Devin Hester's kick return touchdown to open the Super Bowl was a better return.
I disagree. It was a great return.
I disagree completely.
No.
I would agree it's a great return, don't get me wrong, but the fact that it was in the snow, he dropped the ball, he slipped, and he didn't get touched all the way to the end zone is amazing.
It's about the moment Devin Hester's was in the Super Bowl to open the scoring. It was unreal.
This was on Christmas.
Super Bowl's different than Christmas game, bro. I'm sorry.
No.
But okay, outside of that, Justin, are you not taking the Seahawks pick as one of the craziest moments in NFL history by far?
100%. Both of them are in my top 5 because it's fucking hilarious. One is generational fumbling, literally, of you not handing the ball to the best running back in the league at the time. And the other one is instant karma because you threw a terrible fucking pass and Al Harris said ball game.
Okay, here's what we'll do for this. Jules, close your eyes. Close your eyes. I'm holding up a number, 1 or 2. Which number am I holding up?
Fuck you, cut.
Which number are you holding up, buddy? Which number am I holding up? Pick a number.
1.
Yep, that's a keep. Thank you, sir.
And you're out of keeps, which is great.
That's fine.
So you kept the helmet catch, you kept Deshaun Jackson, Merry Christmas Eagles, and you kept intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler, who, crazy enough, almost fucked that whole play up by going back into the end zone, which is just amazing. To cut the 33-point comeback, the butt fumble, the running the lights out of the Super Bowl, you cut the 28-3 comeback in the Super Bowl.
Oh, see.
And you cut the double doink.
Yeah, the double doink is fine. 28-3 should have replaced the Meadowlands, and we would have been perfect. It would have been a perfect list.
Nope.
Tom Brady's 28-3.
I think the perfect list is the Miracle at the Meadowlands to the Malcolm Butler interception and 28-3.
I would have gone 28-3. I would have gone the Malcolm Butler pick, and then I would have done the other one that I just said that I forgot.
like I said, I tried to keep it as current as possible for these because going back into history, I could cherry pick all the bullshit in the world for unbelievable moments.
That's the thing. I thought you were going to go Ghost to the Post, Holy Roller, Immaculate Reception, some of the older ones. Like
he doesn't watch anything pre-2010s. What the fuck do you think Justin is?
Bart Starr touchdown.
Well, that's just false. I just don't study it like all these other idiots that claim to be historians. Who all these historians say they watch all these things, but in reality, a historian is just a statistician because 90% of them are just box score watchers. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to break the fourth wall.
But no, I mean, you've even got like the Bart Starr touchdown in the first Super Bowl, and you have a lot of like very iconic moments.
It's a weird way to say Dan Dorito. Anyways,
Dan Dorito.
You could have even gone.
God, we are gonna have to play some Perry one of these weeks.
You could have even gone super recent. You could have done the Cooper DeJean pick 6. That would have been on his birthday. That would have been it. I
think honestly, one of my most iconic moments, and this is just me being a recency bias guy for most of it, is probably the Stephon Diggs touchdown catch in the playoffs, where he catches it, runs down, tosses the helmet. The way it was so poetic for Minnesota, and it was so good that it was Stephon Diggs, and then they just threw him out to dry.
Well, and you know what? Since you're talking about that too, I would like to enter what I believe to be the single greatest catch of all time, which was like the 4th and 25 Justin Jefferson catch against the Bills.
That's a weird way to say Isaac Tesla week 1 when he recreated the Odell toe tap.
This catch was literally impossible. And in that moment,
to be fair, if you want to go with catches that are literally impossible, we can just go with moment of perfection on both ends. Is Big Ben's touchdown in the Super Bowl with the double toe tap in the back corner on
very fair.
Best quarterback receiver duo work. Ben put the needle where it could only be caught by him, and the fact that he had no room to get 2 feet down and still got the toe tap was unfucking believable. I'm biased on it as a Steelers fan, but it's one of the best throwing catch I've ever seen.
No, I 100% grant that. I just think Justin Jefferson's catch was the single most improbable, impossible.
You know what almost made this list just for funsies because Jules would have gotten really excited about it? The Fail Mary. It was still... It's still...
Oh, that reminds me, actually, since we're going to talk recency bias, the Hail Mary. Jaden Daniels steps back, looking.
There is not a single great moment in NFL history that benefited your franchise.
Can't find anybody. Rolls back to the left. He's got broken ribs. He steps up. He needs one man down the field, and no.
I think a better moment is when Frank Levy goes offsides 3 straight times, and the refs is like, "If you do that one more time, we're just going to let the Eagles score fucking points." Yeah, that's a better moment.
You can get hyped about the Jaden thing like that and great, but I'll tell you right now, Kaepernick's fucking run in the postseason where he literally scrambles 8 different directions and then takes off down the seam on the left side where nobody touches him for like 80-some yards was one of the most iconic because he scrambled for like 13 seconds and said, well, fuck it, I'll do it myself, and then just takes off for a touchdown.
Well, and Jules, I actually think I agree with you.
That was the only quality as a quarterback that Colin Kaepernick actually had that might have been head and shoulders over everybody else. He knew how to keep a play alive probably better than anyone because he could scramble so damn well.
But yeah, Jules, that Frankie Louvu moment may have been the single hardest that I've ever laughed during an NFL game ever. Like, that was genuinely... I didn't know a ref could award a team a touchdown until that play. I had no idea that was possible. I was very worried that they would do it.
It was real life griefing, which is insane.
Yeah, dude, I was worried that they would do it to Mahomes. That Mahomes would.
Let's roll through this pick'em quick.
Please,
Jules. Thursday night's a tester for you guys.
Seattle, done.
Rams at Seattle. At Lumen Field. You guys should never have changed your name. I don't care what it says.
I fucking agree.
I hate it, bro. The fact that we play at Acrisure Stadium. No, it's fucking Heinz.
It's Heinz Field, bro. It's Heinz Field.
I hate it. Retro, where are you going with this? I know where you're going. Just say the Rams. You don't believe in Seattle. You never have. You never will. It's okay.
I'm going Seattle.
I'm also going Seattle.
I don't feel good about it, but it's in Seattle, and I can't.
The Rams are favored by 1.5, so it's a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em. Yes.
Well,
by the way, if the Rams beat you next week, I wouldn't even show up to the podcast next week because I literally will.
Literally gritty all over your face. We have Saturday football again this week. Well, Philadelphia plays a team. They play a team.
I don't know if we count as that actually at this point.
Yeah, Philadelphia by 1 million.
It would be. We have the opportunity to do the funniest thing
to
ever.
Do absolutely fucking nothing like you have all year. Yeah, Philadelphia.
Probably. But yeah, well, except when we beat the 10-win Chargers and we blew them out. But yeah, I would say we probably lose that game.
Jules?
Philly.
All right. The Saturday night game. God, I'll be watching this one like a fucking hawk.
Yeah.
Green Bay at Soldier Field.
Green Bay
down Bay. Everything they're down is crazy.
Green Bay.
Chicago.
Packer down, baby.
Yeah. Packer down is crazy. Buffalo at Cleveland.
You mean Buffalo at perfect timing? Yeah. Give me Buffalo.
Give me Cleveland.
What?
God, you ever just want
a signature win over Buffalo?
Dude, I don't think you understand, bro. This is literally the definition of give me the meteor, but like...
You know what? I'll actually grant Jules, this is the biggest trap game maybe I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying.
They're in Cleveland.
Yeah. But I'm still
Top 5
taking
defense?
Not anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, Shedeur Sanders is also a player for the other team sometimes because he throws in.
You gotta give me Buffalo. It's just what it is.
Yeah, Josh Allen. If you find a way to lose this game, my brother, I don't ever want to hear your name in MVP conversations again.
It'll still always be over JD5s, so that's all that matters.
Stop it.
Chargers at Dallas. God, Dallas, if you blew the game this week just to actually run it out against a good team, I'd be so angry.
So I'm picking Dallas.
I'll pick LA.
So I'm picking Dallas. Yeah.
I'm picking Dallas.
Kansas City at Tennessee.
I'm picking Tennessee.
I'm also picking Tennessee.
You are not real. I just got shit from Cleveland, and you're like, yeah, Tennessee. Who's worse than Cleveland?
Jules,
it's
worse than Cleveland?
Know if you're aware, Jules, I don't know if you're aware, but Patrick Mahomes II will not be playing this weekend. I'm taking the Titans.
That's disgusting. I'm taking
Wait a second. Hold on. Who's their backup?
Gardner Minshew. That's who will be playing.
Oh, wait a minute.
The platinum belt.
Yes, Justin. Yes,
Minshew Mania? Oh.
Come into the light.
Baby. Give me Cam Ward.
Give me Minshew Mania. I take it back.
Yes,
you want the platinum pelt? That's who you want?
I want Minshew Mania.
Unreal.
Joe Shiesty at Tua Tagovailoa.
Joe Shiesty.
Tie.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Meteor.
It's a very valid call of
the
tie.
Meteor.
I want the Meteor to hit everybody except Joe Burrow, and then Joe Burrow lives.
I want the Meteor to just strike Tua and him sit there like this.
Well, if it just struck Tua, he'd probably shrug it off at this point.
That's facts. Shit. He's indestructible.
Yeah.
Meteor.
He's the definition.
The Meteor
of
sounds so good. Joe Shiesty should pick this team apart. Give me Cincy.
Yeah.
Jets at New Orleans. Give me New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Give me the Jets.
Yeah,
there's no
way. The Battle of the Fraternity Brothers. JJ McCarthy versus Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart.
Give me JJ McCarthy.
Crazy work.
His team is just so much better. I watched
you from now on. You cannot ever hate on 9/JJ McCarthy because you're picking him over Jackson Dart. No,
I'm picking him to beat the worst team in the league. Yes, I can.
Tampa Bay at Carolina.
Jules, I've been a JJ McCarthy hater longer than you.
Carolina.
Tampa Bay. But I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina wins.
AFC Championship preview. Jacksonville at Denver.
That's so nasty. You just
Denver
labeled
by a million.
I can't believe you just labeled that the AFC Championship game preview.
Can you imagine?
Disgusting, by the way.
Can you imagine?
Saxonville back in the AFC Championship game could be.
That's disgusting, bro.
Think about it. If it matches up and Denver gets to knock out Houston instead,
Denver is undefeated at home. They will continue that, and Denver, when they get the 1 seed, will go all the way to the Super Bowl to play the Rams.
let me get the upset. I'm taking Jacksonville.
Nah.
Atlanta at Arizona. No one cares.
Atlanta.
The Meteor.
I will be taking Kirko Chains.
I will also be taking Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I'm taking, quote, top 5 QB in the league, Jacoby Brissett.
Actively, currently, top 5.
Kirko Chains could never lose to Jacoby Brissett.
Pittsburgh at Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit, and the universe will come to a balance, as all things should be.
Pittsburgh. Vegas
No
at
shot.
Houston.
Houston.
Vegas at Houston. Houston by 2 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch CJ eat. I'm so excited.
Bro, Houston's favored by 14.5.
That's actually probably a favorable spread for the Raiders. Probably should be more like 17 or 21, to be honest with you. But
New England at Baltimore.
yeah, Baltimore.
New England.
That's fair.
San Francisco at the retirement home.
I'm taking San Francisco, but I'm praying that and I know Jules is too, because it would be the funniest thing ever if Phillip Rivers beat the 49ers. But
can you imagine if Phillip Rivers beat Seattle this week and then beat San Francisco this coming week and just put an absolute dent in that entire division?
You know how many narratives I can push if, Phillip Rivers could barely beat us, but decisively beats the 49ers. That puts a gap in between San Fran and Seattle.
Oh, it would be one of the funny, and the 49ers fans would be the funniest thing to listen to ever.
Yes. Give me that.
No,
I would like to say I appreciate the best fan on all of TikTok is Depressed Cowboys fan, because
yeah, he is.
Instead of complaining about his team, he just makes the funniest songs ever.
I love sending you guys that video every week. It's great.
Dude, he's awesome.
I'll take Phillip Rivers. I'll gamble on it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I respect it. Yeah.
All right. Our history fact of the day. God, I'm just going to get fucking yelled at. Time of recording is 12/17/25. We are heading back to 1933. National Football League Championship. First title game, Wrigley Field. Chicago Bears beat the New York Giants 23-21.
Holy glaze, bro.
The Bronco Nagurski rule. Forward pass is legal anywhere behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bronco Nagurski rule. I just want to point out, by the way, hey, Bears fans, this is your franchise. This is what you have to be proud of. Congratulations. You should Bears fans should be thanking God that Walter Payton and that defense was able to drag them to a Super Bowl. Because if that didn't exist, that franchise literally would have nothing.
Bro, I just scrolled down a little bit. This is actually hilarious. 1944 National Football League Championship. Polo Grounds, New York City. Green Bay Packers beat New York Giants 14-7 for sixth and final league title under longtime coach Curly Lambeau.
Shout out.
Any other football ones where the Giants just get absolutely buried? That'd be cool. Lots of hockey stuff.
Yeah, nobody watches that sport, though.
I'll tell you right now, you can say all you want, shit on it all you want. I'm a big proponent of... I love hockey because I grew up in it. That's just what it was. But I'm convinced that hockey is the only sport that can't be faked, and here's why. It moves...
I agree with you.
It moves faster than real time, and the ability for something to fuck up is so minuscule, but also so high for the simple fact that puck physics are probably the most non-understood physics in the entire world, because that thing can hit a nick of ice and change directions 180 degrees.
Yeah, really the only way you could do it is if the goalie just like purposely
That's the thing, and it's like goalies are probably the biggest integrity players and probably have the biggest attitudes and personalities out of anybody. I mean, you go back
Right.
you go back through some of them. You got goalies that are so diehard to not give up a goal on a breakaway that they fucking pull the net down and pull it off its pegs so they can't get a shot off. So it ends up just being a dead puck.
Well, and the other thing is that if they did do it, it would be too obvious. And it's like outside of that, there's not really anything you can do. Like,
And then you have the goalies who are just like the most respected guys, and you see like a penalty kill, puck gets dumped in, and the puck changes directions and goes 5-hole, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like, it's funny though, because my buddy is just the most anti-hockey ever, and he went to a game with me, and he goes, why do the goalies do a tribal dance before every fucking period? I was like, they're cutting up the ice so they can slide. He goes, tribal dance. He's like, cut, bang, post, tribal screech. And I'm like, I hate
I
you.
acknowledge my tribal chief, Alexander Ovechkin. I acknowledge my tribal chief. Thank you, GOAT. Ovi was the only reason we ever have a title in for the Capitals. So shout out Ovi.
Dude, I wish this was the basketball podcast. Wish we'd had this. 1991, Cleveland Cavaliers beat Miami Heat 148-80 by the record of 68 points.
Ouch. Ouch.
Holy shit.
What year was that?
91. Right after the expansion draft. I believe it was in 1990, 13 days before the expansion draft. Magic Johnson was interviewed asking who was going to be the team of the 90s. He verbally said the Cleveland Cavaliers because of all of the young talent that they had. They then had the expansion draft and basically gifted Michael Jordan his first 3 rings because the Cavs were supposed to win. Thank you.
So the Cavs, they have like Mark Price back then?
They had Mark Price, Brad Daugherty. They originally had Ron Harper and Craig Elo, and they had a 6-man of the year during that time. I'm
gonna say, because I think of Craig Elo more as a Cavalier than I do anything else.
But yeah, those Cavs were absolutely robbed.
Since we're talking about every sport under the sun, I want to give a shout out to Ousmane Dembele for winning the Ballon d'Or.
This is the most sacrosanct, awful year for the Ballon d'Or in the history of soccer.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
the fact that we went from like Messi and Ronaldo, gods of the sport, to this is just a real new low, and I don't know.
He deserved it.
He probably did, but that shows you how weak of a year it's been in soccer.
It wasn't that weak. He was actually up against some top contenders. I mean, you have the surging young Lamine Yamal. You have Vinicius, who's always primarily good. Mbappe has struggled at Madrid. So yeah,
I don't know.
Get into this.
Mbappe's been good recently for Madrid.
Yeah, recently. But it's not
Jules knows a lot about this topic. Jules is a big soccer guy. He knows a lot
Jules
about
should
this.
be a soccer guy. He lives in LA. They win the MLS almost every year.
Yeah, but the problem is no one watches the MLS though.
I would now. Messi just brought half of fucking Barcelona to play into Miami.
It's so dumb, bro. And they just won the shit. They're gonna win like 1 million more.
I know. It's crazy.
Also, Jules, was that a homophobic remark that you just made, Jules?
Anyway,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That'll do it. That'll do it for us. If you like what you hear, if you don't like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe, and let us know. Let Jules and I know we know ball, and let us know if we actually need to replace Retro as a host, because, I mean...
I can never be replaced because I am the greatest of all time. There is no one like me.
He actually just had his last match on Saturday, and he actually tapped out, which is kind of sad.
Hate me or love me, I am like Stephen A. Smith. You cannot get rid of me.
Stephen A. Hawking, maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back and I am here to stay. Welcome to the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get up to bat.
I thought he was going to say welcome to the Uso Penitentiary, and I got excited. With that being said, I'm Justin. That's Jules, and that's our guest of the week, Retro. We'll have Gunner back next week.
You can't see me, baby.
We'll see you guys.
Shout out John Cena.
Bye.